I just saw a clip from this movie. What on earth was Godzilla doing? That dude is flying straight at the camera. I don't know. I'm not looking into too much more footage, but like, what the hell was that? I'm so excited to see how that plays into the movie. I think I got a guess on where it might come, but that is so goofy. Not in a bad way either. Anyways, what's up everybody? D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Godzilla X Kong breakdown video. In this one, we will be breaking down 46 things you potentially missed in the third Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire trailer. A brand new trailer for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire was released. This was the third trailer for the movie to advertise that tickets are on sale and should very well be the final main trailer for the movie, other than the international trailers, which I'm not going to cover anymore. Well, I would like to give a general spoiler warning for this video. I gotta say, I'm not going to get into a lot of the stuff that has been released in that Chinese trailer, which I'm not going to watch or cover on the channel. I don't want to know anything about it. There's too much in there. From what I've seen of it, it just goes way too far, and a lot of the mystery of this movie is being absolutely unraveled. But in this trailer, this was a lot of reused footage from the TV spots and stuff, so it's not that bad. So like I said, general spoiler warning, but we're not going to go as crazy as a lot of the other channels which are covering that current stuff which is coming out, which is like, woof. Why are they releasing so much footage? Pulling a full King of the Monsters here. Anyways, trailer 3. We start out with what sounds like stock Warner Bros. Trailer music. Like, I swear to God, I've heard this in a different trailer for like Wonka or something, as we see an emotional montage of the history of the MonsterVerse with nostalgic color filtering over it. We start out on the Halo jump featuring a voiceover from Bryan Cranston, which is a fantastic choice because obviously the Halo jump was the main center point for the first Godzilla 2014 trailer. And the voiceovers from Bryan Cranston were a huge part of the marketing for that film, and it all just goes to show that the MonsterVerse started 10 years ago. That's the film that started the MonsterVerse. That's the marketing that started this all. And so it was a nice way to call back to the origins of this whole thing. In many ways, Godzilla X Kong is kind of the endgame of the MonsterVerse, as it's celebrating 10 years of the cinematic universe and brings together the most popular heroes against a massive threat, one movie after we just saw them celebrate 10 years of the MonsterVerse, bringing together the most popular heroes against a massive threat. In this trailer, it says it has all led to this, which kind of gives the feeling that this is an endgame of sorts and there will be a fresh start after this. At least I really hope so. While there are rumors that Adam Wingard might return for a trilogy, I think that's just a horrible mistake. Not because I don't like Adam Wingard, but because I feel like that is just a way to truly end the MonsterVerse. Going back to solo movies is a way to kind of give people a breather, let them resettle into the new status quo, and then you can bring Wingard back for another team-up movie. But I feel like when it comes to planning the MonsterVerse long-term, they have always been horrible at it. There's no cohesion from movie to movie these days, and certainly when you look at the extended projects like the comic books and that one wonderful Skull Island cartoon that absolutely destroyed what we understood as the canon for Kong in the MonsterVerse, it always just feels like they're kind of figuring things out as they go. You know, if they do another GXK movie after this, I feel like that is absolutely what they'll be doing. Don't do that. Give us solo movies for a second. Then you do a big team up, and then it'll be more special and exciting. Then we hit the Godzilla X Kong portion of this trailer, and it kicks off just like the first trailer did, with the eruption in Egypt as Kong Hollow Earth boom tubes to the surface. I think Monarch is the one doing that. I think they got a device that can do that now. Godzilla then awakens in the ice, and some of the shots here feature new color grades and are slightly extended, and while I've seen many people think that the CGI has been touched up, or as they say, fixed here, it's not. It's mostly just the color, as the animation is the exact same. Color grading can help hide some mistakes in the CGI, and so maybe that's one of the things you're seeing here. We now see Godzilla's ice cocoon hatching. It's possible that he was frozen by Shimo, or it's possible he went to an icy part of... I don't even think he's in Hollow Earth, so I don't know where he's getting all this radiation from this pocket from, but it's possible he went to a cave with a lot of pink radiation and he soaked it all up to evolve. We have a new shot of Godzilla's spines coming to life under the ice, showing that the way they kind of glow here is that there's like vein-like textures on the spines, and that's what's glowing, not the spine itself. Kind of like how when Godzilla's normal spines glow, it would be cracking throughout the spine rather than the spine itself glowing blue. Godzilla's eyes awakening is slightly extended, and then we see Kong raising out of the ground, again slightly extended, now matching up with the shot we've seen from some of the other teasers, bringing those two shots together. The fearsome Godzilla has evolved shot is extended and no longer features the fade outs. Now it's also flipped so that Godzilla contrasts with Kong in this trailer. This proves that the shot of Godzilla erupting through the ice and roaring is a different part of the movie and most likely comes during the final battle in Rio. Godzilla does this huge new sprint in his evolved state using buildings as leverage to propel himself. I like that. The color grading here makes me think that this is probably Godzilla spotting Kong by the pyramids and then taking off into a full sprint after him, which will probably lead directly into the shot of Godzilla tackling Kong through a pyramid, as Kong is not looking for a fight here and Godzilla is just a jerk. Godzilla uses the buildings to gain speed, which is something he previously did in Godzilla vs. Kong when fighting Mechagodzilla. Godzilla then tackles Shimo, in our best look at Shimo yet, at least as of the time of this trailer's release, and we see the creature's face and overall size here. Shimo is on 4 legs, standing taller than evolved Godzilla, coming in at well over 400 feet, meaning that if she stands on 2 legs, she is most likely significantly taller than King Ghidorah, who is over 500 feet. Godzilla's tackle is his new go-to move here, and it shows that his new evolved state is a lot better at physical fighting than his other state. I love the detail of some of the shell fragments still being on Godzilla's spine where it's peeled away. I also love that the colors on Shimo's body aren't just white. She features purple, pink, and blue splotches as well, which gives her some texture and makes her pop a little more. This leads directly into the shot of Godzilla tail sweeping through the buildings as we've seen on the beach in other trailers. Kong then throws Scar King, using the Beast Glove's new strength in order to pull off this feat in a very late Showa styled way. This reminds me of when Titanosaurus would huck around Godzilla. This seems to be immediately after Kong punches Scar King out into the building. Godzilla then lines up the shot and bats Scar King away with his super long tail, calling back to the finisher he used against the male Muto in Godzilla 2014. This is such a video game level combo, I love it. Godzilla charges up as he does so, which means he might spin around and blast Scar King into the air Final War style with the spinning heat ray maneuver. Kong then runs away from one of Scar King's apes, armed with a butcher knife. It seems to be made of bone. Scar King is most likely the one that creates all of the weapons in Hollow Earth, and potentially that includes Kong's Hollow Earth axe. Kong runs with his right arm held up as if it's broken, most likely because it is. He's probably retreating from the fight with Shimo here, and he's been injured, causing the need for the Beast Glove. Kong swings away, calling back the ending of Godzilla vs. Kong, where Kong swings through the Hollow Earth, and it's actually very likely that Kong has a much better understanding of the terrain of the Hollow Earth than the ape army, because unlike them, Kong hasn't been kept prisoner in a cave his whole life. While they've lived in the Hollow Earth longer, Kong has had way more freedom. The ape misses the attack and then falls down like a trap door in the floor, and he falls straight through the jungle Vietnam War style. I would guess that this is a trap set by Scar King, hopefully as a way to catch Kong, but clearly it doesn't work, and I personally wouldn't be surprised if that ape that just crashed through there falls and lands on bone spikes down there and dies. We see the full shot of Kong roaring in Hollow Earth weaponless from the Super Bowl teaser. It's been revealed here, and yeah, I know, Kong's beard clips through his chest, but other than that, I really like the shot. In Monarch's main base on the surface, we see Eileen say, "This is something we've never encountered." And she's most likely talking about the signal that they've received calling the Titans to war. This is probably right before she asks Trapper to join her on her Hollow Earth mission. We see the extended shot of Suko throwing one of the rocks that clocks that ape in the face mid-air gravity inversion style. I like that we call that the gravity inversion now. In Godzilla vs. Kong, the gravity inversion was seemingly what Nathan Lind referred to the portal, the wormhole to Hollow Earth as, but the inversion in the center of the Hollow Earth is a good way to describe it. It's a gravity inversion. Suko seems to be swinging right above the cave where Godzilla and Kong were sprinting in, and so I think they will be joining this mid-air fight as well. We see the extended shot of Kong's massive roar through the chunks and ice. I don't want to say what that is, but as I've said in previous videos, I think this is a pretty spoilery moment in the movie. Kong's face also seems to be going a little off model here in this shot, and this does seem to be slightly different than how we've previously seen it, or at least now we're seeing it in more HD, so it's looking a little different than when we previously saw it. Godzilla's extended attack on the nuclear plant is revealed, and Godzilla seems to be feasting on a blue reactor core here, just like he did in the 1984 film. Godzilla goes to slap the drone, mirroring the way he slaps the plane out of the sky at the start of Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla has previously fought drones like this in the movie Shin Godzilla. We see the extended shot of Godzilla reaching up to pop the drone. I love that shot. And then it cuts to our extended shot of the Hollow Earth gang reacting to something super windy. I've previously speculated that they could be reacting to a heave landing, as it seems that's what they're standing next to, but it's also possible they're standing next to a new Titan awakening. We get this badass shot of Scar King, I really love this shot, with the whip slash, using it as a way to most likely command Shimo into war, which is super cool, while still wearing it. And that's implied by the way it cuts to Shimo's ice blasting Kong in their dungeon fight, and it shows that Scar King is in control of Shimo. Scar King's face has the red paint on it here. He definitely means business, and he is missing the tooth that Kong punched out in that other trailer. We then revisit the shot of Godzilla and Kong running together, where Kong hops on and surfs Godzilla into war, leading directly into what I believe is the gravity inversion fight sequence. We then end with a new abbreviated GXK title card and bring the trailer to a close. That's the Godzilla X Kong trailer 3. What did you think of the third trailer for Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire? Comment down below and let me know what was your favorite part of this trailer, and out of what we saw in this trailer, what are you most looking forward to seeing on screen? For me, I think I'm probably most looking forward to seeing that gravity inversion fight, just because that's something we have never seen anything like it before. Alright, comment down below and let me know. As always, I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons over on Patreon. If you want to support the Patreon, you can use the link in the description below, where you can get early access to content, access to the Discord community, and more. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for the next one. D-Man out.